Look, the reason that we show you this flag is Keir Starmer, of course, speaking out today about the flag. He had an address at Downing Street. Let's take a listen to some of the things that he was saying.
There are people trying to sow division in our communities. People taking the red and white of our flag, but they want to take it with them as they throw bricks at businesses and our police. The day after the terrible Southport incident last year, we could see in the aftermath of that what it really is to be English.
What was with that weird music playing over the top of it? Anyway, what do you think about him say that we need to reclaim our flag then from the racists?
Well, there's been an enormous conversion by the left in politics, I see. We all know, I think most of us who are old enough remember that our flag was hijacked 3 or 4 decades ago. We had some football thugs. They caused problems abroad and they behaved very badly, but nevertheless, the left basically in politics then went on to say basically blackball anyone who was using this flag at all. So people, you know, managed to fly it in their villages or whatever. They were immediately sort of sanctioned. I remember very, very clearly Emily Thornberry, that well-known Labour member of Parliament, I think it was during an election time, and she sneered. She was she was in a road with houses, and there was a nice English flag, and
it's this look.
Sneered about that. There we are. This
was the tweet.
That was White Van Man, and she actually really personified the thinking in the Labour Party. So they have had appear to have a complete conversion, but I wouldn't hold my breath, frankly. Words don't mean a great deal. As for the rest of us, yes, we're very proud of our flag. When we have friends who have fly their Welsh flag or Scottish flag or Irish flag, we celebrate that. But still these days, there are those in this country and they sneer as soon as anybody takes out their English flag and has the audacity to actually fly it. So good on everybody and happy St. George's Day.
Hear to that. Aaron Bastani?
It should be a bank holiday.
Yes.
People say celebrate, happy, blah, blah. Great, I agree. It needs to be a bank holiday. I would love to have been, well, because I'm coming in a wonderful show. But it'd be great, you know, it's the right time of the year. You've just had the Easter bank holiday, sit in a pub for 4 hours, have a few beers. That would be fabulous. Should be a bank holiday, I think. Yeah,
but then there'll be a lot of people shouting at the screens. Of course, if you're an employee, then most people will be yes, 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 give us an extra bank holiday. But actually, bank holidays have quite a big cost to the public purse, depending on which calculation you look at. But it could be there or thereabouts a couple of £1 billion. Some people say that you would potentially recoup that, so the jury's out. Do you think it should be a public bank holiday?
Well, not necessarily. I think if you're going to do that, then you're going to have to do it, obviously, for the Scots and for the Welsh, etc. So, you know, we could have bank holidays forever. So that, to me, is not really the point. I mean, that would be quite nice to have, but I don't think it's feasible. I think it's about us being able to openly support our English flag. And people at the moment who are actually walking around the streets, not today, but have been trying to object to some of these horrendous protest marches that have gone on, that have had the audacity to raise the English flag, have ended up, you know, in a police station. So, you know, whatever the Prime Minister happened to say today and yesterday, that's not how the legal system's actually looking at people who actually fly our flag half the time.
Us blokes hate talking about a little thinning up top, and many of us settle with that balding look, but that wasn't for me, and that's why I went to Elite Hair, the world's leading hair loss clinic, and now I've had over 4,000 new hairs added to this barnet, and very soon I'm going to be rocking some brand new flowing locks, and you can too. So how does it work? Step 1, I sent the team a set of photos of my head. Step 2, I then spoke to one of the Elite Hair staff who looked through my photo submissions and worked out a treatment plan for me. Step 3, Elite Hair then organised accommodation and the treatment. I was at their state-of-the-art treatment centre in Istanbul, and their incredibly kind staff took me through the process, and before I knew it, I was in surgery. Elite Hair and their leading medical experts have specialised in pain-free treatments using the sleep deep method, and they really mean that. I felt incredibly relaxed the whole time, and I haven't felt any pain since. Check out Elite Hair using the link in the description. When you do, Elite Hair will provide you with a free personalised hair analysis. Then you'll join over 100,000 happy patients. Hit that link and start your hair growth journey like I did today.
David said, Michelle, can you just tell your viewers, well done, guys. He said it was really great to see viewers flying their flags. I think I've got some teddy bears as well. I'll try and get that image up for you as well. But in terms of this notion that Labour are the patriotic party, what do you think to that, Aaron?
Stupid. There's no such thing as a patriotic party or a not patriotic party. And I think, actually, I read Keir Starmer's words before coming on the show. I didn't actually watch that clip you just played. Even today, when people should be coming together, it should be a day of national unity. I think bank holiday, have a drink, whatever. We can disagree about that. But generally having a smile on your face.
I'm always up for a drink, Aaron. You won't ever get me rejecting that. Enjoying
the better weather, right time of year for it. You know, not everything has to be about conflict and division and attacking people. And I think rather, Keir Starmer can't help himself. You know, this is his default. He has to demonise somebody somewhere. So even on St George's Day, he's talking about the people he doesn't like and the people we have to fight and to take on. Just relax.
Yeah, but you see, I think that's because it's England and it's the English, and for some reason, the Brits, English people, we seem to be often open season to be attacked, sneered, looked down upon, put down, ridiculed, name called, you name it. It's like it's fair game to be able to do that. I can't imagine people saying some of the things that they say about the St George's flag. I just can't imagine them saying it about so many other different flags.
You're absolutely right. It's a blatant hypocrisy. And this statement I've seen, I don't know who I'm not saying that everybody in the Labour Party or on the left are not patriotic. I'm not saying that at all. But when you listen to some of the things that have been said, the way the public are treated, the reference he even made to Southport. I mean, why on St George's Day is he making a reference to Southport and what happened there? As though those people, and a lot of them were just genuinely very upset, and then there were a proportion of them that behaved very, very badly indeed. But why link that to the English flag? I mean, that's absolutely appalling. Or the far right. I mean, we're all far right, aren't we? And so I'm afraid, they've made a rod for their own back, because it is they in the Labour Party who are the ones that have been vilifying anybody that had the audacity to fly this flag in the first place.
Look, we were just talking about St George's Day before the break. I've told you what Keir Starmer had to say when it comes to being patriotic and, for example, our flag. Let me just play you a clip from Nigel Farage. Take a listen to some of his views.
A lot of those who believed in the European Union, believed in global governance, didn't really believe in us as a country. And by definition, I think they were unpatriotic.
Well, actually, you can watch that full interview on GBN tonight, which comes, of course, at the end of this programme. But look, in a nutshell, Nigel Farage was just suggesting there that Remainers are somewhat unpatriotic. What do you think to that?
Oh, you can't have a sort of blanket ban on Remain. I haven't got a lot of time for Remainers, as I call them. But I'm not sure that all of them are unpatriotic.
So don't wash with you?
I think they just need to get over the fact that we Brexited and do themselves a favour, frankly.
Aaron Bastani, does it wash with you?
Yeah, I just don't think that kind of rhetoric's very helpful. I mean, Jeremy Clarkson voted Remain. You know, if Nigel Farage wants to call Jeremy Clarkson somebody who's not patriotic, I mean, please go ahead. We're talking about millions upon millions of people. So those kinds of generalisations, I agree, they're not necessarily the most useful things.
Well, you can have the final thought on that one at home. Look, I was trying to bring you this little picture earlier on. I like this. It's cute, isn't it? These are Matthews, little girls, hair bears, George and Robin. I like that. I like it. I do like to see what you're all up to on St George's Day. I'm a bit of a nosy Parker. I must confess, so keep your thoughts coming in.